Good afternoon. We're holding today's meeting at the Dennett Road Educational Complex. We will be going shortly into executive, but we hope to be back here promptly at 6 p.m. for the public session. Under Section 3-305B of the General Provisions Article of the Maryland Data Annotated Code, there are three reasons the board will go into closed session this evening: to discuss the appointment, employment, assignment, promotion, discipline, demotion, compensation, removal, resignation, or performance evaluation of appointees, employees, or officials over whom this public body has jurisdiction; any other personnel matter that affects one or more specific individuals; to conduct collective bargaining negotiations or consider matters that relate to negotiations; to consult with counsel to obtain legal advice on a legal matter. Specifically, the topics for tonight will be 3-305B1, topic including certificated staffing recommendation and update on consideration of non-renewals; 3-305B9, topic including healthcare rate update; 3-305B7, topic including consent agenda rules. The reason these topics are to be discussed in closed session instead of open session is as follows: personnel topics pursuant to 3-305B1 disclosed above will be considered in closed session rather than open session because they include a discussion of specific employees, which is a confidential employment matter. The negotiation topic pursuant to 3-305B9 disclosed above will be considered in closed session rather than open session because the board will be conducting collective bargaining negotiations or considering matters that relate to the negotiations. The legal topic pursuant to 305B7 disclosed above will be considered in closed session rather than open session because the board will be receiving specific legal advice from counsel, which is protected by attorney-client privilege. Hearing that, are there any objections to going into executive session? Hearing none, is there a motion? So moved by Don. Second by Sadie. Discussion. All those in favor of going into executive session, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. And we are in executive session. Good evening. Welcome to the regularly scheduled Board of Education meeting on April the 14th, 2026. I would ask that each of you stand for a moment of silence to be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance led by our student member to the board.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. First order of business is to take a motion for the approval of the agenda for the public session. So I'll take a motion. So moved by Rodney. Second by Don. Discussion. All those in favor of the agenda as presented for public session, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. And it is approved. Take a motion to approve the consent agenda. So moved by Don. Seconded by Jane. All those in favor of the consent agenda as provided, signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. It is approved. To remind everybody that our closed session summaries, announcements, etc., previous minutes are on the board site now, so you can certainly go there to look at any of those that you might have an interest in. All right, our first order of business is recognitions. We have two wonderful recognitions for this evening. So the first recognition will be the 2026 National Merit Scholarship Program recognitions, and Mr. Moore will make that presentation.
Garrett County Board of Education is proud to recognize the two outstanding seniors from Northern for their exceptional academic achievements in the 2026 National Merit Scholarship Program. Mr. Timothy Brands was named a finalist, placing him among an elite group of students nationwide. Finalists are selected based on their high PSAT/MNSQT scores, academic record, leadership qualities, extracurricular involvement, and a detailed scholarship application. This distinction represents one of the highest academic honors a high school student can achieve. The selection of 6,870 merit scholarship winners from a group of more than 15,000 finalists is now in progress. Mr. Hayden Gring was named a commended student, a recognition awarded to students who demonstrate exceptional academic promise and who rank among the top scorers nationally on the qualifying exam. Although they do not continue in the competition for National Merit Scholarship Awards, commended students are placed in the top 50,000 students who entered the competition and are recognized for their outstanding potential for academic success. The National Merit Scholarship Program, conducted by the National Merit Scholarship Corporation, honors students across the United States who demonstrate extraordinary academic ability. Each year, approximately 1.5 million students enter the competition, with only a small percentage receiving recognition. So if we could have our awardees come on up, we'll get a picture.
Sure. If there are any parents that would want to take a picture, come up forward so you get a nice picture of. You're more than welcome. Thank the lawyer.
Well, they're on their Yale University undecided thing that fits them up. Congratulations. And
Okay, let's get the parents in here. They don't want to do that hard work.
you're more important than how proud you must be. Jack needs in the picture.
Yeah. Yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yeah, Tim, I've been in the school system, I still haven't graduated yet. Been doing this for, I think, 49 years now. I could probably count on 2 or 3 fingers the number of students who have achieved what you just achieved with the National Merit Finalists. That's something that we don't see in our school system very often. So congratulations, that's quite an honor. I showed me some of your piano playing. You are an outstanding pianist as well. Unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. It was very, very good. Congratulations. Congratulations to those are outstanding. That is my first name. We're going to do our Southern Garrett High School girls basketball team recognition. And certainly, I wanted to say something about Coach Stemple, but it's 6:09. He's probably already in bed. So I see he's not here yet. But obviously, words can't explain how proud we are, all of us, for you. The recognition that you've certainly brought to yourselves and to the county and to everyone is outstanding. I thought to myself, I've been around with all the girls' championships. I've been involved in the school system to watch all of those. I did miss your game. I did get to watch it. My granddaughter was competing that weekend in gymnastics, and so I was away with her. But I did get to watch your game. After all the shine leaves and you've won, and you're getting older, and you have your own kids and your own families, the most important thing that you've won is not a trophy. You've won what it takes to win a trophy. You've learned what it takes to get that high. And that will stay with you forever. Because forever you're gonna have those challenges. It's gonna be different parts of your life, but you're going to have those same challenges, and you're going to know what it takes to get to what you want to achieve. So I think those of us who've been around for a long time are more proud of the effort you put in the last 365 days than one day, because you didn't win that in one day. You've won that through lots and lots of sacrifice, practice, travel, everything. And you should be proud of your parents for putting you in that position to do that, because without them, it wouldn't have happened either. So that's my spiel. As president, I get to do the spiel because I'm the guy who gets to talk. But I want to let the appropriate person do the presentation. In 1984-85, we went to our first state championship tournament in girls basketball. And one of the team members is Dr. Wilderson, who was on that team and one of the stars of that team, quite frankly. So I've asked her to make the presentation. So Dr. Wilderson.
It is with great honor. And Mr. Woods, you are so right with everything that you shared. The perseverance that you have learned over the last 4 years, 3 years, however long you've been part of Southern Girls Basketball will carry with you forever. So with that said, Southern High School Lady Rams girls basketball team captured the 2026 Maryland Class 1A State Championship on March 14, 2026 at UMBC in Baltimore. In a hard-fought title game, the Lady Rams defeated the number 2 seeded Pikesville Panthers 52-46 to secure the championship. After title game losses to Pikesville in 2025 and 2024, the third time was the charm for Southern Garrett. The Pikesville Panthers had won 5 straight championships leading up to the game. Had they won this year's title game, they would have set the record for the Maryland State record of 6 straight state titles. The Lady Rams overcame a slow start to the game to secure the program's 5th state championship in school's history. Jordan Weaver, junior guard Jaden Weaver led the Rams with 14 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. Jaden was named the 2026 MPSSAA Class 1A Most Outstanding Player. And Emily Parks was named the 2026 West MAC Player of the Year. The Ladies Rams' path to the title showcased determination and resilience. In the semifinal game on March 10th, the Ladies Ram upset the number 1 seeded Smithburg Leopards, who had come into the game a perfect 26-0 in a thrilling 63-59 overtime victory to earn the 3rd straight chance of a state championship. The team concluded the outstanding season with a 22-5 record. After finishing as state runner-up the previous 2 years, this championship marks a well-earned and inspiring combination of their dedication, perseverance, and teamwork. Congratulations to the Lady Rams for this accomplishment. Okay, let's have the team.
Yeah, if the
Come on.
coaches and young ladies will come up, would like to get a picture for me. Well, you're gonna hear their names because she's gonna give them a certificate.
Yes, each. Do anything. Emily Parks. There's Jaden Weaver. Jaden. Amelia Alvarez. Gabrielle Berry. Callie Vinegar. Chloe Campbell. I'm doing this without my glasses too. Ricelyn Sisler. Addie Tasker. Jocelyn Ward. Kelsey Ward. Landon Todd. Ashley Fabley. Coach Donnie Stemple.
Don't you tell him I said that. He'll want strikes. We play golf.
This is for the entire team. Mr. Edwards, would you please join us?
I think I'm okay here. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. You don't have to stay. If you do stay, there's something wrong. So congratulations, girls. Okay, our next order of business is under continuing business. It's a waiver request for the last day of school, and Ms. Miller will make that presentation.
I'm here this evening to request a waiver of inclement weather school closings pursuant to COMAR 13A 020104. Garrett County Public Schools, with approval of the local Board of Education, will request a waiver from the State Board of Education for one student attendance day for the 25-26 school year. This request is based on the current academic calendar, which schedules the final student attendance day for Monday, June 8th, 2026. The approved 25-26 school calendar designated specific days to be used as makeup days in the event of inclement weather or emergency closures. To date, the following makeup days have been utilized: Monday, President's Day, February 16th, Monday, Easter Monday, April 6th, and our other scheduled makeup days are for Friday, June 5th, and Monday, June 8th. Under the original approved calendar, the last day for students was scheduled for Thursday, June 4th. Garrett County Public Schools were closed for students due to inclement weather for 4 days, and in addition, virtual instruction days were implemented for 6 days due to weather-related conditions. Garrett County Public Schools has made every effort to maximize instructional time and ensure that students continue to receive a high-quality education despite significant weather-related disruptions this winter. However, with the final student day now scheduled for Monday, June 8, 2026, there is concern that attendance and student engagement may decline, thereby diminishing the effectiveness of the instruction on that day. Therefore, contingent upon board approval, Garrett County Public Schools will request a waiver from the State Board of Education of the 100-day requirement to permit students to attend 179 days during the 25-26 school year, thereby establishing Friday, June 5th, 2026 as the final day of student attendance.
Yes, my recommendation is to approve the submission of a waiver request to the Maryland State Board of Education, allowing students to attend 179 days this school year, thereby establishing Friday, June the 5th, 2026 as the final day for students.
Okay, the superintendent is,
Thank you.
Superintendent's recommending that we petition the state board to make the 5th of June our last school day and ask for a waiver from the state board. Is there a motion as such? So moved by Don,
Second.
second by Sadie. Discussion. Okay, hearing none. All those in favor of the superintendent's recommendation signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. And it is approved. Thank you. Under new business, we have a community schools presentation. I think Megan Knapp is going to spearhead that presentation, as I've been told.
Good evening. Thank you for allowing me the time to provide a quick update on our community school model across Garrett County. My name is Megan Knapp, and I'm the community school specialist at Yocklade Elementary School. We have 5 community schools in Garrett County, all that are which at the elementary level. And at each school, we have a community school specialist who coordinates the wraparound services and supports for the students and families at that school. So at Crellin, we have Ashley Wilt, who is present. Dana Mason at Grantsville, Heather Roth at Friendsville, Amy Egress at Broadford, and then myself at Yocklades. Supporting students means supporting families, and that's exactly what we are trying to do. So we host a number of family engagement events at each of our community schools. Connecting families through meaningful events such as workshops, paint nights, and resources only support student achievement and promote family involvement. One of our main goals as a community school is to remove barriers to learning. Through our comprehensive needs assessment that was conducted in the first year, we know some of those barriers that exist include transportation, childcare, academic supports that are needed, as well as food insecurity. We know we can't do this alone, and so having strong partnerships is essential. We do this through our assets and needs assessment that was conducted through the first year of being a community school. In that process, we also identified a partnership inventory. Each school has its own partnership inventory, but as you might guess, Garrett County being such a small county, we share those partnerships throughout the county. So we've grown a lot this year into not just having silo programs at each of our community schools, but we've grown to have county-wide programs and supports for our students and families. Throughout the community school model, the school is essentially the hub for the community. So we know by bringing resources to the school, that means bringing resources closer to the families. We do that by having food pantries on site. We also do that by having extended learning opportunities before and after school, as well as summer programming opportunities in the summer. We're continuing to grow what we offer beyond the regular school day through innovative programs, extended learning time and enrichment opportunities, and summer programming. Innovative programs are engagement opportunities such as high interest camps, cook-alongs, theater productions, and all of these foster learning, growth, and fun. Extended learning time and enrichment opportunities take place before and after school. They include after-school programs that keep students engaged and supported year-round. Summer programming occurs at all of our community schools. These include a combination of academic supports as well as high-interest camps. As we reflect on our progress, we look at both the numbers and our ability to provide individualized target supports. So Data helps us see what's working, it helps us guide our improvements, and it grows our impact to meet the evolving needs of our students and families. So when we look at the number of families served across our 5 community schools, and this would include the past 2 to 3 years that our schools have been community schools, we have served 985 families, we've hosted 171 events, and we've distributed over 26,004 resources. Some of these resources include food items, clothing items, school supplies, and hygiene items, as well as individual items that families need as those challenges arise. Over time, our work has grown to provide more targeted services. We have a better understanding of family engagement and what it is that our families want to see for those events. And we have broadened our community partnerships. So we've increased the number of partners that we are working with to achieve those goals. Looking ahead, we're focused on continuing to carry the momentum that we have now beyond the regular school year. 4 of our 5 community schools right now are finalizing implementation plans. And so that means that they've created goals, they have clear action steps, and they have measurable outcomes. And that's driven by the data from that needs assessment. One of our goals as a community school team is to create sustainability and use strategic planning. We know that it's about creating a plan to keep these programs going and growing over time. And finally, summer programming. This summer, community schools will offer at least 4 weeks of summer programming, and again, combining academic supports as well as those high interest camps. Thank you for your time today and your ongoing efforts to support community schools.
Okay, I'm sure we have a lot of questions.
I don't have a question. I just want to make a statement.
Mhm.
Okay. I'd like to recognize you for being the Community School Specialist Award of Western Maryland. Oh, oh.
Good. Okay. So it is such an honor to recognize Megan tonight. She took this role on 3 years ago as our first community school specialist for Yacht Glades. And she really was a trailblazer in helping us along the way of implementing that program. And really has done a tremendous job for Yacht Glades, the community, the students there, and also has been an amazing support, I know, for her colleagues. We had 4 community schools come, you teared up, huh? I know. We had 4 community schools join Megan in this journey this last year. So some of your colleagues are here, and I know that Megan was instrumental in supporting those schools coming on board and working as just with the schools and the community school specialists to meet those schools' needs as well. So thank you. We were excited to hear that you were given this honor of Community School Champion for Western Maryland, and just wanted to take this time to surprise you and congratulate you. So thank you.
Now, Megan, we might have some questions for you. Are there questions that you might have for Megan concerning community schools? Anyone? Yes, Sadie.
I don't have a question, just a comment. I love the concept of the community schools. So many times parents don't feel like they're accepted into the schools. So I think with this community school concept, all the activities and things that are done is very welcoming to parents. And with them feeling welcome, they don't feel bad if they need to ask for help and everything's on site. So I just, like I said, I just love the idea of the community school.
Questions? Yes.
The other comment I wanted to make was, it started off at Yock Lades, but it really has grown into Garrett County's community school. And I just think that it's another example of Garrett County's way. So, thank you.
Sorry.
You go.
Mr. Ritz.
You go.
I just had a quick comment as well. Throughout your presentation, you were talking about family engagement. My sisters go to a community school, and you not only support those families, but it definitely creates a family within the school. I think that that's a very important thing, and all of you specialists throughout this school should be very proud of yourselves. So thank you for all the work you do.
It's really rewarding to hear you say that, and I know my colleagues will agree, because one of the underlying themes that we work to is to create a sense of belonging for families, and so to hear multiple comments like that is very rewarding. So thank you.
I spoke to, we had a meeting, a virtual meeting, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago with Carrie Wampler. And in that meeting, we were talking about the learning beyond the classroom bus that certainly that I have a keen interest in. We talked about how could we use that bus with our community schools, because most of those families are the same target families that the bus has. So have you thought about that, or is there a way to connect that?
Yeah, so currently we collaborate with Judy Center staff for our family engagement events, and they're always welcome to attend, and vice versa. They attend our steering committees and we attend theirs. That's a really good time to sit and talk about developing plans for more collaboration. We plan to host a resource fair in August. We're still in some preliminary planning for that, but Judy Center is going to play a vital role in that with the bus, hopefully with the bus being present there too, because we do serve the same catchment areas. And our Judy Center staff works with those families birth to 5, and then they feed into our school system. So the services that are being provided by the Judy Center family support worker or the site specialist often is just kind of handed over to the community school specialists once they enter into the public school. So, yeah.
Yeah, great. Yeah, we certainly, the board supports the bus, and it was Dr. Wildeson's idea for the bus, and certainly the 3 families have a great interest in seeing that the bus is used in any way possible, and so if there's any way that it can be helpful, it would be great. Anything else? Anyone? Okay, Megan, congratulations.
Thank you all.
Congratulations to each of you. Your jobs are, I think it's one of the great things that the state has actually come up with. I can't name a lot of great things, but I can name this one great thing. The community school idea was a great idea. Great idea. So thank you. Okay, we are at the public comment time, so I do need to read a statement. I think there is one public comment for tonight. Garrett County Board of Education is pleased to receive comments and ideas from our public pertaining to the policies, procedures, and/or practices of the school system. We ask that comments be limited to a maximum time of 3 minutes per individual, unless otherwise considered by the board president. There will be no discussion or action taken at this meeting, but may be considered at a future meeting. Issues that are specific to individual employees should be referred to the immediate supervisor for appropriate consideration and review. Rude, slanderous, or threatening remarks or other behavior that is disruptive or interferes with the order of the meeting will not be permitted. Topics excluded from public comment include individual personnel issues, comments identifying individual students or staff members, matters that are on appeal or may be appealed or have been appealed, topics for which the board schedules formal public hearings, and advertising or solicitation of products and or services. So we do have one person would like to speak. It's Caitlin Schmidt, and she would like to talk about elimination of a board position. well, not, yeah, of a position with the Garrett County Public Schools.
Good evening. My name is Caitlin Schmidt, and I'm here tonight to speak about the elimination of Coordinator of Special Programs position and the need for transparency and how those responsibilities will be handled moving forward. I'm a dental hygienist, I'm a business owner, and I'm a member of this community. Every day I care for people in this community and I listen to them, the parents, grandparents, teachers, and even employees within our own school system. I'm also speaking tonight as a parent. My own son receives support through a 504 plan, so I understand firsthand how important these protections and systems are for students and families. My background also includes undergrad studies in elementary education, where I worked alongside many teachers in this community. What I continue to hear from this community is frustration. More and more people are beginning to feel that when they attend these meetings, the decisions have already been made and the public input does not truly impact the outcome. But if there truly is a plan moving forward, the community deserves to know what the plan is. We have been told that a plan is still being finalized, but decisions of this magnitude should not be made before a clear and complete plan is in place. Parents do not just want to be told that a plan exists or is coming. We want to see a finalized plan, clearly documented and explained so families and educators understand how these responsibilities will continue to be handled. Transparency is not simply saying a plan is being worked on. Transparency is showing the plan. The community has now learned that it was the Coordinator of Special Programs position being eliminated. Eliminating a position does not eliminate the responsibilities that that position carried. The role was never just administrative. It requires specific knowledge and training to ensure compliance with laws that protect students and disabilities. Those protections do not disappear simply because a position is eliminated. Ensuring those protections remain in place is the responsibility of this board and this school system. Dispersing these responsibilities across individual schools is not a plan. Expecting educators to absorb these responsibilities is how students fall through the cracks. This role should not have been characterized as simply an administrative position. It involves critical oversight and compliance responsibilities that directly impact students and families. If this board chooses not to reconsider this decision, then the community deserves clear answers. Who will now be responsible for these duties? Who is qualified and properly trained to take on these responsibilities? How will the county ensure continued compliance? And most importantly, how will you ensure that students and families continue to receive consistent and appropriate support across the entire county? Because the students affected by these decisions are not just the names on a report. They are my children. They are my friends' children. They are the students and patients I care for every single day. And they deserve to know the systems designed to support them are being thoughtfully and responsibly managed. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we will move on to board business, which is the ratification of an amendment to of negotiation agreements, and Ms. Miller will make that presentation as well.
On April 1st, 2026, the Garrett County Education Association, Unit 1 and Unit 3, the Garrett County Administrators and Supervisors Association, and AFT, Head Custodians and Cafeteria Managers, ratified an amendment to the proposed fiscal year 27 negotiated amendment with the Garrett County Board of Education concerning healthcare premiums. The amendments include an increase in healthcare premiums of 9.2%, a one-time stipend of $384 for all active full-time employees on the date of processing of the stipend, and to be distributed no later than November of 2026. These amendments to the fiscal year 27 proposed negotiated agreement specifically address the updates to the article Fringe Benefits with a focus on healthcare premiums. It is recommended that the Garrett County Board of Education approve the amended articles as negotiated between the board and all 4 bargaining units and ratified by their respective associations on April 1st, 2026.
Okay. Superintendent McCartney, do you have a recommendation?
Yes, my recommendation is to approve the amended article as presented in each of the 4 bargaining group agreements.
Okay, the superintendent's asking the board to approve the amended article with the 4 negotiated groups as presented to us this evening and in the prior meetings. Is there a motion as such?
So moved.
So moved by Rodney. Seconded by Jane. Discussion, there is no discussion. This is a personnel item, so we will vote immediately. All those in favor of the superintendent's recommendation, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. And it is approved. Thank you. Okay, student member report.
All right, thank you. My report today is rather quick, but I just want to give you a few updates. I'm going to do things a little out of order today. I've been pretty busy myself. I got to attend the Student Arts Fair, which was just wonderful to see all of the wonderful students showcasing their talents for the community. I have been down in Annapolis quite a lot, and I got to meet with our delegate and senator, discussing our school systems and sort of just sharing some input, and getting their input on several bills that went through having to do with county boards. And then I got to attend the MASC Ocean City Convention, which since last year we had from Garrett County, we've had a 100% attendance rate increase, which is furthering our involvement with the state. That is definitely something I'm very proud about. And then tomorrow, I got a call actually the other day. We are expecting a visit from the state student member of the board. He is going to be popping down to Northern Middle and High School. So I will be walking around with him. And then moving back up, the County Student Council, we just had our last General Assembly for the year. We got to elect our new officers. Those are listed on the paper. And then we got to do a service project for Heart. Miscellaneous, the SHS Theater Department is having their production this week, so make sure you go and check that out. And then the Northern High School FFA Greenhouse is opening on April 25th. So thank you.
Questions? Kids? No questions? Okay. Board member updates. Anything?
I was able to attend the arts fair as well, and I'm just so impressed with the amount of talent in the county. I was just in awe of everything that I saw there. So
Yeah, it was outstanding. Debbie and I went and spent 3 or 4 hours. It was, you're right. It's incredible. I mean, to look at some of those projects, I just can't imagine the talent that some kids have already.
So I want to provide an update. So I too went to the Student Arts Fair, and it was just incredible because of all aspects of fine arts is displayed. I then also attended a school visit with Dr. McCartney, went to Grantsville to see all the great things that were happening there. And Mr. Glockfeld and I have been continuing in our legislative committee with MABE, going through all the proposed legislation. We'll see what happens and how it impacts Garrett County.
Thank you, Jane,
Anything else?
for joining me on that committee.
Okay, Superintendent, you're up.
A couple announcements that I'd like to make tonight. Earlier this year, Dr. Miller presented 2 waiver requests related to the blueprint for Maryland's future and weighted student funding. She gathered input from the public on the waiver request and submitted those requests to the Blueprint Accountability and Implementation Board. Recently, we had correspondence from the Blueprint Accountability and Implementation Board that they amended their policy, suspending the weighted student funding requirements for fiscal years 2026 and 2027. Therefore, the submitted waivers will not be considered by the Blueprint Accountability and Implementation Board. That being said, full compliance for the weighted student funding requirement remains in place for fiscal year 2028. I did want to bring this to the public's attention since we had public input on the waiver request. Other reminders that I would like to bring forth, April the 17th and April the 20th, Broadford School will be closed for students as staff will be moving into the new Broadford School. April 20th is also a staff development day for the rest of the schools, with students being dismissed 3 hours early. On April 21st, GCPS will present our fiscal year 27 budget request to the county commissioners at 4:30 p.m. Finally, progress reports for the fourth grading period will be released on May the 6th. So I have tonight.
Thank you. Any questions for Superintendent? Okay. But certainly remind board members that the quarterly finance report is there to look at the third quarter, certainly to look at that, and our prolonged state of emergency virtual education plan. It came about through the COVID years, is in your packet as well to look over. With that being said, I'll take a motion to adjourn. So move it on. Seconded by Sadie. All those in favor of adjourning public session, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. And we are adjourned.